Why, hello. Thank you so much for joining me as GameEdged. We're jumping into StarRupture. Man, I am super excited to jump into this.
Prisoner B1690, welcome to Arcadia 7. You've chosen to skip the recommended onboarding training.
Absolutely.
At the Claywood Corporation, we value that kind of confidence.
Thanks.
I'm looking forward to working with you.
All right, and here we go. We're jumping in. If you have no idea what StarRupture is, you haven't seen it on a channel, which I played a lot of the, playtests. It's been a lot of fun with this. StarRupture is a first-person open-world base building game with advanced combat, tons of exploration, play alone or with groups, and this, I mean, there's a lot to do in this game. These are the same guys who made Green Hell Creepy Jar, and you know very well how well they did with that game, so I'm really excited to jump into this one. Hello?
Can you hear me?
What was that?
That's new.
Oh, don't worry. It's only E4101, one of your colleagues.
Okay.
You're connected via audio, even when they're not currently active.
When they're not active?
The human brain can't go on for too long without stimulation. When sleeves are sleeping in the regeneration chamber, they get a constant audio and video feed of everything you do. They can also communicate with you. You'll also get this opportunity.
Everything I do?
Relax. You have nothing to be ashamed of.
Nothing at all. So yeah, if you're playing with a group, you have all the other guys alive and kicking. These are regeneration chambers. Anything happens to you, you will come back here alive and kicking. These are the 4 groups. I actually took the biologist this time around. Kind of wanted to hear what he had to say. I've been using a soldier quite a bit. And you have a scientist, engineer, and such. I don't know if it really affects any of your... Currently, at least, it doesn't affect anything what you're doing out here, so you should have plenty good with every character you want to pick. This gave us a little bit of a note of what's going on here, so yeah, we just need to get out there. Luckily enough, if you play a tutorial, by the way, I did jump in before starting this to see if there's any changes. I didn't see any. You do start off in your chamber. She does a little test up and down, see how you're doing, but you do not start off with all this. You get this, but this stuff you don't. This here is a meteorite heart. I'll show you guys where to get that in case you are going to run through it. I mean, your tutorial's pretty much going to run you through it, but look how so nice. Oh man, I love this game. Been looking forward to it. So meteorite heart has like a whole bunch of different areas you can hit up, and you'll get things like titanium. You'll get helium and wolf also usually, but I don't know if, oh, that was one. There we go. Calcium, wolf, more helium, and then it'll explode once you get to the end of it. I'm not sure. There's some more on top here. So, yeah. There we go. Boom! And you also get the meteorite heart, so if you're looking for that, super important when you first start.
Interesting plant.
Grab this. Here's a biologist, huh? There we go. Can be interested in it, unlike the other guy going, food. We're going to grab the carrots, too. These are called polyfruits, but they look like carrots growing the opposite way. Obviously, not on the ground, but they resemble carrots. Definitely. There's a whole bunch to do in this map. I'm not sure if we have a map currently. I think we have to unlock that as we progress, and yeah, we do. I just pressed it to see. There's some more of those. We're going to want that. And we do start off with some building blocks right away, which makes things a little bit easier, I find. But if you're not aware, you know, if you haven't started and played this game yourself, tutorial is a good way to start. It will lock you into a whole bunch of different things, and you'll learn one step at a time what to build, but it will also be a little harder for you to build because once you start going, you'll have to kind of take apart some of this stuff, unfortunately, because they make you build stuff right away, but you don't really need it there. But you'll see what I'm talking about. You can have some fun with it. Kind of like wanting to get the main stuff built is going to be the excavator on each one of these as soon as possible, and then getting some electricity and stuff kind of connected in. So, yeah. Very important to ruggedy more of this stuff than you'd believe. Soon it'll just be manual. Of course, not manual. It'll be automatic. It'll be pulling out the ground over there for us with excavators. We won't need any of this stuff. But I am definitely enjoying the process of starting off again. We'll grab some more titanium. Kind of looks like calcium, but it is titanium. And there we go. It's very white, but once you get closer, you can see a silverish tinge to it. This is the wolf ram here. This is the field for it, and this is the titanium field. Okay, so we're going to open up by pressing B. You're going to want to go inside of here. You have a whole bunch of different tabs. Of course, we want to build that, but we need to build a base core, or else you can't build at all. It is kind of like on a grid pattern, so pick and choose where you want to go. It goes pretty far away. I just can't tell. Wait, I can see it right there. You see that line on the left-hand side? Yeah. So we're going to want to have that covered. So we have that. That's great. So we're going to build it right here. That looks like a good place. I might want to lift it up a little bit because I think we're going to be building it a little higher from the rest of this. Our flooring and stuff. We will need to also some electricity. Some of these to get things powered up. I don't think it really makes a big difference of where you build these. But, yeah, I don't think it changes up anything, really. I think 3 is going to be more enough to start off with, because I only have, 380 left. I think these cost about 80 to 100, I think. How much do I have of the other ones here? Titanium and that. Not much. Okay. Well, we can always excavate a whole bunch of them here and then build upwards, right? So
I've gotten slightly better.
Oh, we got level up on movement. Oh, all right. I didn't remember seeing that being a thing beforehand. We have weapons, and we have movement right here, which then will increase over here. Oh, yeah, I do remember this. So level 3, each one of these, I think, will unlock and give you something a little different. We can't even see it currently. Hopefully, when later on, we'll be able to see a little better. Do pick these things up. You can keep them from better recipes in the future. The helium, very, very important. Very far away from here to get anything, so why not? On your actual device here for mining, you'll see on the right-hand side. You see those little lights popping up. Now you can press R anytime you want to kind of cool it down, reload it, or you just go to the end of it and it'll do the reload for you on your own. So very, very nice. So we're going to start off with some wolfram over here, and I don't know if that keeps cooling down or not, but we'll find out in a tiny bit. So we're going to want some wolfram. We're going to right-click that because we want, well, it's not really optimal direction. That's probably better. And you have to be on deposit, so you could go like right here, but you don't want to really build on deposits. You want to be able to bring them around with you. So, because, right here, not that right here.
E4101.
Yeah.
You look like you're a magnet for trouble.
That's a guy you should play.
I'm a saint. I've helped smuggle this and that in my time for those in need.
People like you don't understand order. You just cause more problems for everyone else.
And you always followed orders and ended up in the exact same place as I did. I'd rather not follow anyone and be free.
You know nothing about me.
Oh, look at that. It's not even with this. This is interesting. I don't remember that being a thing or an issue, but I think we're going to have to build outwards to the other platform anyways, which is the one that's going to be doing all the work, right? Which is this one here, which is a smelter. And that's costing like 100. I'm going to need to make more of these things for us to keep going here. So, I do need to power this up, which means I need to build some kind of way across to that smelter. I should have enough to do the first one. Alright, we're going to need more titanium too. Alright. So, yeah, it does cool down, by the way, so we found that out. So, let's build the smelter. Smelter is important. We might need 2 of these afterwards. Kind of don't want them right in there, but I do want this somewhat in the same height as the other one. But it might be tough to do. And I might have to replace all those things over there. Or we'll just put stairs and stuff. Not a big deal. All right, let's put the first smelter right here to make our life a little bit easier. And that means I have to bring that over here. Okay. Let's build it like right there, that height. I think that might be good enough. I wish I could keep that height all the way across. It doesn't seem to lock right now. You know what? Let's try it. And worst case scenario, we'll figure it out. All right. And then we're going to need to build ourselves some rails. That one, because that's how it's going to plug itself in for this one here. So where's the rails? They're there. Pretty simplistic. And right to there. Now, if you destroy anything, you press R anytime you want to. You're getting out of anything you're building, you press R. Oh, reload. Sorry, F. And there we go. F will dismantle anything. I'll tell you how much you get back. This did cost us 100. This did cost us 80. So we're aware of that. And this cost us 1. So if you want to do that anytime, you can do so. That is great. All right. And we're going to make our way into a path to this one here. I want this charged up if I could. So we're going to need the platforms on this one. I think they're down here. There they are. So there's two different kinds of supported and the other one's right here, which is connected platforms. I seem to always do supported, same price anyways. But it's dealer's choice. If you hit right click, you can do is early on especially. Very nice. Oh, you see that's a problem right there. That's a problem right there for me. I want everything all smooth and nice. So I'm going to lift this up a little bit. Yeah, we're going to need to lift this up from here. This is the highest point. So we might have to rebuild a little bit of this. All right, so we built it up here. We're going to need to remove this bad boy right here. And we get back our money. So same time I was talking about, we are actually going to have to do some things. Now, I'd probably remove the rail anyways, so it's not a big issue. So we'll bring back the smelter over here. And now I feel like this is a little bit better. There we go. Cool. I think I could bring that in by one and on top of the other one, right? Yeah. You know what? We're going to do that. Might have lost one of those things. Not sure if it gives back anything. Probably doesn't. All right. That's great. And then we're going to be placing the rails like we were doing before. Same thing. Bang. And bam. Okay. So, in theory, this does power up from this if we connect it to that one. So, let's get those platforms down. And right-click that. Yeah, it's right because I'm on it. It's all good. Building is too long. All right. Did I build this exactly? Holy moly. That is freaking phenomenal. Pure luck, but I'll take it. What's that? What? Okay. I thought it sparked up. All right, so electricity is now running through these platforms all the way through here. You hear that is running. So it's really nice. Makes the life a whole lot easier. We're going to do the same thing on this one. The only problem is we're going to need a base and stuff.
I don't get it, Sam. What's so interesting in beetles or flowers?
They're part of the world we live in and are inextricably connected to it. We wouldn't exist without beetles or flowers.
We wouldn't exist without fundamental forces. Beetles and flowers can be easily replaced with automated systems. You can't replace electromagnetism.
You'd really want to live in a world without plants?
I wouldn't mind it.
Maybe it gets allergies and stuff, you know? Possible.
Good stuff.
So as it's doing over there, we don't actually need to do the wolfram anymore. Wolfram is doing it by itself. We're going to want to build another one here. So to do that, we're going to just get myself a little bit rolling here. I'm going to grab a bunch of the titanium. We're going to go back to the ship. We can build ourselves, of course, our little place, which we're going to need before the Rupture happens. This thing here will explode, and the whole place will just become incinerated. You'll see what I'm talking about. It gets pretty crazy. It gets pretty crazy. So let's grab a little bit more. Do another one of these, reheat, whatever, and of course, we'll heat up our gun all the way through here, our excavator. There we go. That's perfect. Okay. And off to this bad boy over here, which will, because I didn't turn this on to doing anything just yet, we're going to go over here and it's full at 100.
Great.
So we'll take it. I thought I heard bugs or something. That was weird. That was so weird. So I'm going to need some to build our base too, where we're going to survive the Rupture. I think we can survive in the spaceship itself if it does happen. So yeah, no worries, but the Rupture will occur. Or the Rapture, whichever you want to call it. Yeah, we're going to try our best to, there we go, perfect, to get as much of those building blocks as possible. So if you start early and you didn't build it, don't worry about it. I believe, and it never happened to me, but that thing's going to blow up. And you can run back to this thing and take cover. You won't be able to see very much because, you know, maybe through a little window, but it won't be as good as having your own base with windows and stuff ready to go. So let's go here. There it is. And we're going to build backs on this one. Very importanto. And now we end up with ourselves 786 should be pretty good. Yes, you can run with shift between that. Thank you. We'll, of course, venture out a little further. Initially, you need to get yourself building and such. We will have weapons. There is creatures that will attack you. There is a lot of things going on in this game. I wish it was one of these just a little bit lower. Well, there is, oh, not there. Sorry, this one a little bit lower on the ground here, but it's okay. We'll make do. Oh, thank you. So, wonder if I shouldn't build it out from this way instead. Like last time I did it from here, but it's like a height difference. But there's also, I could build better straight away than that way because we have multiple things to build. So yeah, I'm going to do it this way anyways. Some people prefer one way. You have, of course, your preference. Do it as you pleaseth. But yes, this is a great way to get yourself going here. I will need to build this one closer. We will need to build a few of these smelters, I'm not mistaken, anyways. We can rearrange things. It will happen anyways, so don't worry about it. You know what I'm going to do, though, to make sure I don't have to do this twice? I'm going to go and grab this one here. Bring this up. Right-click that. Let's bring that across. I don't need to build a big one. Just colliding with something. That should be able to go away. Okay. I don't know why that's not happening, but there we go. It's not really colliding. Maybe it's colliding with me. I don't know. And yeah, right about here. Cool. So let's build that furnace. We'll just get things connected and we'll move around stuff as we progress. So we can bring up and down with the mouse wheel. You can rotate with R. And you want this the same level here. As much as possible, at least. So we'll bring that right in there. Perfect. So that should be sparking up. Probably going to need another one of these solar panels very shortly. But we'll see power is still running. So I'm not going to worry about it right now. We're going to take this. We're going to make this happen here. Which then will power this bad boy up. And now we don't have to worry about constantly doing the manual crap like this. Which is fine if you like it. But I prefer not to. Alright, our main base is probably going to be put over here. I kind of like to tuck there. We can go a little further out if you want to. This does kind of give you quite a bit of a good range. When you get the drone, you'll see a little better. And if you open this up here, you can see also we'll be able to upgrade this and take care of it because there's a cooling of this overheating of the core. When you build things, it gets a little hotter. It won't protect it fully, this stuff, but during the explosion, it's pretty good. It does a good job. So we'll grab more carrots.
Good stuff.
Yes, it is. I agree with you because it's going to keep us alive.
Plant.
There's better stuff out there, but we're going to say it's good stuff. Kind of want to build it a little bit further away from the base because there's a lot of things going to be going on. So this time we're going to go maybe just a tiny bit further. And I think I'm going to be right inside the carrots here, right? But there is tons of them out there, so not too worried. Not too worried. Building unstable. Jesus, fine. All right, right about there, I guess. And I'll build 2 of them anyways, because I do want to have 4. You only need 1, 2, 3, 4. These do cost only 20 though, so it's not a big deal. We can connect these right afterwards. So let's do it anyways. Let's rock this and have the 4 set going. Up. Okay, 1 second here. Man, with the drone is so much easier. We're going to want that as soon as possible. You know what? I'm going to have to go from here. I thought I could see it from there, but I can't see it. There we go. This is a lot better and a lot smarter. Cool. And then we'll be able to lift this. Bam. We'll connect these all up. And you do have these little viewpoints and also horizontal connectors, which go into here. I kind of like them in the middle of the room, if I can. There we go. And it's because we're going to need a lot of these anyway. So one way or another, we're going to be building these. This is somewhat in the middle. Is 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. So it got to be right there. And this is, of course, an issue because it's well, uneven. So it is what it is. It's okay. All right. And then we're going to need to build ourselves our way in, if possible. I guess we'll put it from this side since I could still build to the left, though. It's pretty nice. So let's open up B here. We're going to want an airlock to get ourselves in. We're going to want some stairs and such. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to bring this over because I have to power this anyways. So let's lift this up, right click, bring this over here. Boom. I think it does connect, yeah, as long as it's touching each other. And to make it a little bit nicer right now, we're going to make this a lot wider and better. Oops, we're going to have to use this one. Okay. Oh, that's weird. Oh, you know what? I like this extended thing anyways, so thank you for not happening. That's good. So you click left on this, and this thing just rocks. So I'm going to have to get rid of 1 or 2 of these, unfortunately. I think it still connects with this, but we're going to find out in about a second. All right. F, mistake made. And then it's not powered anymore. We will need to have that powered. Boom. It should connect to this. Was a ramp too steep? Okay, so I guess I have to do another one. Yeah, that makes more sense. You don't want it to be harmful to you. And I guess if I want to build another one there, or next to it, we're going to have to build ourselves a couple of these platforms and stuff, which is not a big deal. They only cost one each, so it's not going to break the bank. All right. So yeah, if you want to, of course, make a second one of these, you can. Boom. And it looks all good. Maybe the third one afterwards. We're going to hold off right now, but we got at least into this place. All right. We do have the ability, of course, to build ourselves. You'll see right here. We got... Where's the machine again? I keep on forgetting. Where's the windows? Are they in yet? Please tell me windows are in. Oh, I'd like to see the Rapture. The Rupture, I know, but it feels like Rapture going on. No, it doesn't give me the option. Anyways, it's all good. I'm sure it comes in right afterwards where it's there. I just didn't see it. We do need to build ourselves. Where is that again? That machine. There it is. The analyzing machine. No. The basic printer. So we'll make that right here when we walk in. You can hug it against the wall or have it popped out. Choice is yours. I think it puts it at the front no matter what, putting it against the wall. So that's really nice. We will need one of these corporate screens. You know, I'll put it there when I walk in. I can kind of take care of that else and running all over the place. It's perfect. Okay, and yeah, there's a viewpoint. I'd like to have these. There's actually going to happen on this side, right? Ooh. We'll be able to see it anyways. Two of these is pretty good. And we could build... Can I build behind this? No, it has to be a solid wall. Good to know. Good to know. Maybe I do want this over here then instead. Sorry, just gotta make sure. Here's the windows. I knew there's windows. I'm looking for something completely looking different than that.
So, you were a soldier?
That's right.
Okay.
Then I have a question. How can you sleep knowing everything you had to do in the name of the IRO?
I don't sleep too well. But not because of the orders I carried out, but because of the ones I didn't.
Huh.
So even after your sentencing, you're still on their side?
No. I'm on our side. All of us. The side of peace.
We are not going to be friends.
Wow. My guy's a bit of a... Well... bit of a douche, I think. Oh, good. Alright, we do have to go in here and select what we can make next. I believe we need to make this, which is a regeneration chamber. So each one of these here are different corporations. This is the overlay here of all of them. You can see where you're at and which level. Then you can go to each one of these and see what you need to do. And then on the right side, it tells you what you're going to get out of the output here of this machine. You see it? Very nice. It just needs titanium bars. These ones need wolfram bars. So we're going to be able to get ourselves a couple of those launchers, which we're going to need, which means more power is going to be needed too. So just to make sure we can do all of this, we're going to go in here. We're going to do another max stack of those. Might look like 1,200. Might be too much. It isn't. It really freaking isn't. It's going to be a lot. So we're going to have to get ourselves a whole bunch more power going through here. So let's right here. Boom. And again, you can delete them anytime you want to, bring them back, so no problemo on where you're putting this right now. Initially, it's all good stuff. All right. And what I'll do here is just so I can stop doing that. Oh, left click. There we go. You know what? I don't know why it's irritating me. Not irritating me, but, you know, kind of would like to have it here. I don't know, it's because it's fun building it. Like, I mean, look how cool this is. Woo! I love it. All right, we're all good. So now we have a nice little path to get around here. It doesn't really affect your what you're doing, but it's all good. So this stuff here is going to go. We're going to need titanium and such. So we're going to need these wolfram bars. So we're going to want this bad boy here doing that. We might need some more building pieces just to make sure we don't run out, and it makes my life a lot easier. I'm going to let it restart again from there. We're going to need some stairs and maybe also the ability to going over there. So I know they can't intertwine or touch each other, but close enough. We're going to select this one here. And now the product should be coming its way through here on these little conveyors. Different sizes too. That's kind of nice. And it's going to fill this up. And it's going to start making them. Then have like 100 in here. Then we have to have these kind of go off into oblivion for us to set them up to complete our contracts and stuff. So to do that, we're probably going to have them go through. You know what? I might move. That's going down here. I might move these just to the right. I do need a big field of those. And again, I'm probably going to rearrange this several times, sometimes even off camera, so you guys don't have to suffer through this. All right, and then down here where the actual rails are, this is the orbital cargo launcher. Really important. We're going to need a bunch of these bad boys to make our way through it. So we're probably going to best to start launching them from here on this side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring out this because I want to make a big area for that. I don't want it to be in the way when we're going to get all the other things we're going to need. Holy moly. I just left clicked that and it just exploded on me. Okay. I want that just enough to get it a little further. So I might do one more. Oh, that really goes everywhere. Don't stand so far. I'm so used to staying far away. So this place here, we're going to have some orbital cargo shoot-ups here. So to make sure we're okay, we are going to leave some space between. So we're going to want them to go this direction.
Chris, I heard you've got 3 doctorates.
It's true.
What for?
What for what?
What do you need 3 scientific titles for? Wouldn't you have rather focused on your work?
I see you're not familiar with the world of academia. Doctorates open many doors. They increase the probability my publications will get quoted, and I have access to a broader spectrum of theoretical knowledge. Plus, I did them all at once.
I prefer practice over theory.
And that's why you ended up as someone who does the dirty work.
Whoa.
I'll remind you that you're also here on this planet doing the same thing as me.
But with a completely different mentality.
Wow. Okay. I guess I picked the ass. But yeah, I'm leaving a little space here because we're going to have these splitters and to get this all done here. So it's going to be super important. So we're going to put one like right between here, and we're going to put another one right between there. So we're just going to fill that up, this portion, and then we're going to fill that up. We'll just actually do this here. 1, 2. Right? I think we're okay. I think we're... Did I do that? 1, 2. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. And right across from here, too. We can actually bring these across like that. Nice. And then I'm going to place another one there. Another splitter. And just get myself kind of organized and stuff. And things can go in and out pretty easily. I usually fill up all these holes so I don't fall through. The last thing I want to do is, get in there. We do have a jump pack, though. It kind of gives a little boost. Great for when you're falling from great heights, too. Look at all that stuff over there glowing. It's freaking me out a little bit. All right. I know I'm doing a lot bigger than you should early on, maybe, just for simple contracts and stuff, but it grows really fast. I might even have to switch what I'm doing right now, but I believe we're doing important here stuff. We're going to need 6. It'll make it faster for us to complete any big contracts that we'll have. We're probably going to have to do the same thing onto this side right here, which could be a little more challenging. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring this all the way across. So that way we have the same height. And this is telling me where that is. Okay, cool. So right click. Oh, it's too long. I didn't know you can, no. Okay, sorry. I know about it, I just forgot. Okay. Okay, whoa! You know what? Sometimes I do it and I get it right in my face. And you gotta lift the mouse wheel just a tiny bit just to get it. And then if you're too low, I find that I screw myself over a bit. When the drone comes in, it's just gonna be so much easier. So much easier. All right. So we're gonna need a couple more of those. This is gonna go from that one to this one. I might have gone a little farther out, but we're going to probably need all of this anyways. So from there, we're going to build ourselves 3 more of these transport. We also need to leave 1 space for us to build the rail that's going to go through this all, right? So we're going to need a couple of those spaces. So you'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. And we're going to build you. Probably going to need to go and gather more resources and build more of the base stuff we're going to need. Are we out? Not enough resources. I knew it. It's getting expensive, dude. It's getting expensive. I have enough to make one of these, though, so I don't forget. Because I didn't get this one. Cool. Yeah, are we out of power? I'm guessing we are out of power. Oh. I'm building too much. Too quick. It's fine. I'm sure this has 100 on it.
I can use that.
Mm-hmm. You said it, son. Go big or go home. I like the first day kind of like organized-ish so we can make our way through it and make our life a whole lot easier. Now, we do have all these wonderful solar panels and stuff. They're definitely going to require a few more of those, so we're going to have to do that. I wonder if the machine will work in there. I'll have to go back to the ship. Wonder. Oh, it does. Beautiful. There goes another 1,000. Excellent. So let's build up more power. Try and build them from the back end. Here, it only costs 40. I think they rotate anyways. I don't know why I'm bothering. Can I build that here? Yeah. Okay. This is good. God, we're all the way down to the water. That's pretty nuts. Okay, we need to build another one of these here on this side. And rotate. Have those arrows pointing in. And then on this side here, we're going to need to get ourselves some splitters too. So we're going to need a splitter. Most likely we'll be bringing some of that stuff in here. But I did do it on the one-off from the corner from where this is built. So I'm going to try and stay the same. And the worst case scenario, like I said, all this is fixable. One there. And then the other one, I put it in between that one. Okay. All right, nice. Okay, so flooring. And just tell you if it takes more power, this. I don't think it does. It's still the same power. All right. Nice. Okay, and then we're going to build that other ones, and then we're done for these ones for right now. Yeah. Okay. That. Actually, no, I need another row. I just realized it. Another row, dude. Oops. My bad. Or else too close to that rail, right? Hopefully everything goes well. I'm just seeing that big thing back there, and it might just be a problem. No, it doesn't seem to be. Maybe the rock goes away. That would be so amazing if that's a thing. Alright, I'm feeling good with this. We can intertwine all these rails from here into this, right? And then from here into this one. This one. Trust me, we're going to need a whole bunch of different kinds, so. Probably need more splitters and just a tiny bit. Alright, and still leaves me that I screwed up on this one. And that one. Good positioning, dude. Might have to build another one. Not launcher, the splitters. Might have to put another splitter right here. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to. Okay, let's get rid of this. I don't know if I output to splitter if it'll just take over where I'm at right now. Yeah, that's what it does. Perfect. So 1, 2. Right? 1 space, 1 space, 1. All right. Did I screw up on this? 1 space, 1 space. I guess I did. How come this one's tighter than the other one? There we go. I guess we'll put it like that. That's fine.
Hey, S8466. How should I address you?
Sergeant is fine.
You can call me Doctor.
B1690 has a doctorate too.
Yes, but I have more of them.
Okay, I don't think that's my guy. I think it's the other guy talking. The one with the glasses that was on there. I'm pretty sure because it doesn't sound like the guy's voice I was dealing with before. So I'm like, oh, maybe they were talking between each other because they can't communicate, you know? Yeah, most likely. All right, so we want this to go this way. And by the way, when you're doing this, watch out. Watch the little lines where they're going, all right? Very, very important for future stuff. There to there. And then this one will be the in, so that's okay. There. So this is all kind of perfect right now, I think. And this one here we can remove.
I am detecting increased rupture.
That's what I was worried about. I'm going a lot longer than usually do. But how much stuff do I have left? 160. Let's go get some more wolfram and some more titanium. There we go. That's gonna blow the hell up, dudes. That's... Oh, not this one. Right here. With the timer will, of course, appear. Gives you a little bit of time to run back. But I really recommend you make a couple of hubs if you can. And while I'm waiting for all this to happen here,
I need to drink something.
Where's the thing? Oh, I didn't select it. Oops. Fine. Yeah, you hear that boom? That's from this thing. That sun is going to absolutely explode and its area will change. I am thirsty and hungry. We do have to take care of that. Something I don't really keep track of too much early on, but gotta do it. So we did get ourselves some water stuff so we can grab this and make ourselves feel better.
Caution. The fruit on Arcadia can alleviate hunger, but putting unknown things into one's mouth is rarely beneficial to the individual. Though, of course, it was beneficial to the development of civilization. Although this fruit is edible, that won't always be the case.
Here it comes. It's going to happen in just a few seconds from now. I mean, I could still go out and do some stuff a little bit. Oh, my lord. There you go. 14 seconds. 12. 11. Get inside. I was going to stick it out for a little bit. It's so bright. All right, here we go. One of my favorite parts.
Rupture's eruption has started. Prepare for impact.
Here we go. Oh. Ooh, it's hot out there. Now, this thing is protecting our stuff somewhat, so, I mean, it's... Right now, we kind of wait for this to kind of end for us to be able to move forward. We are going to select this one to start off with, and the other one, too. This will open up regeneration table. Sorry, chamber. And the other one here will give us a fabricator, which will be kind of nice, too. Tells you all stuff you can build with that fabricator. We have the pistol, too. Which I do like quite a bit. It takes titanium bars, so we're going to want to kind of do one of each and get them all done. It'll be a lot easier anyways. I'll be able to do 3 and 3 on there. Or even 2 of each if we want to. So yeah, you can do that to unlock it. You do not want to walk out there. It will burn you. And you don't have to do this each and every one. I'm just doing that so we can walk outside a tiny bit. or else you will burn and hurt yourself. Of course, you got health and shields and stuff. You see? Sizzle. Just a little sizzle. My shields just took a little bit of a hit. And it will come back. So shielded the blue one. Of course, our health is in the bottom. And it should be good to go.
Planetary temperature returning to normal.
Now, we do have a light E, so we can turn that baby on. It's going to be a few seconds for this to get all done. Or you can do one at a time. I really recommend you to wait it out. It's not far. Look at this. There we go. Almost completed. Or else you get a little sizzle. Sizzle. Is this good? I think it's good. Awesome. All right. Probably have to rearrange some of these. I don't know why this is uneven. I'll figure it out afterwards. I just want to move on here and get some contracts done before the end. Because I got like a whole bunch of stuff we have to do now. We'll be rocking this like crazy. Still has no power and stuff, I believe, right now. So we're going to drag a line from over here. This is not going to hurt you down there either, so it's fine. We're going to drag a line from here. And we're going to probably change this up in the future. I'm just going to run down here and see. Building is too long. Oh, crap. I hate that. It's long enough, and I need it to this side. Right? Right. So we can lift this up here. It's going to go over our base. But it's fine. It's good. I'll bring it down in a second. Just want to... I think I can actually bring the rail from there to here without any problems. Look at it. Looks like it's perfect. Because I already have one on the side here, so... Will it make its way around here perfectly fine? Yeah, sure, it looks like I did. Alright, so that's one down. We could work on getting this working right away. So let's press Q and get out of this. We're going to go and get ourselves some Wolfran over here. So what did they ask you for? One? One? Choose. 200. 200 of them. Okay. That makes more sense. So we'll do that one. And that one. Or this one. So you select that. Perfect. Press escape. Anything that doesn't use, don't worry, it'll come back
Sam,
to you.
Have you been off Earth before?
No, this is my first trip into space. And a very distant one.
I bet the change in gravity is giving you problems.
A bit.
That's me.
Everything's a little different.
You'll get used to it. The spacesuit is like a second skin to me now.
Okay, that's cool. You can also go and grab from over there and bring it back over here. So it's going to fill up as much as you can to each one of these. And then sooner or later, once it gets completed, it's going to go through the other ones. Now, the thing is, you can go grab, like the ones already pre-built. I could have grabbed them out early and just brought them back and forth and actually dumped into the machines if you want to. So that works out pretty good. We're going to do the same thing right here. We'll bring this out. This one I don't have to really put it downwards. Can hug it right here. All this is going to change in the future. There we go. So that's great. And then we're going to be doing some of these ones, which is going to be, of course, these titanium bars. This one. Clever. And this one too. So wait a second. I only have right now needed for this. Okay, so we'll go and do another one like this. If it fills up, if it's able to. Right, and that one, we're going to make this one happen. Right, because the other one's this one. Cool. That one's going. So we'll do 3 and 3. Don't know if they're going to use them all. Like I said, it all depends on how much you can fit inside or actually produce. More than anything else, so might be wasting our time doing this, but you know what? It'll be fine. So all this stuff is being run through there, so it goes from the excavator to the forge, just back out, and it's going to pop them out to space for us, which is phenomenal. You can open up here and see everything that's going on. How many are inside? You see those little red things? We're going to need those if we can go and get them. This is specialty stuff we're going to need for building later on and such. So let's go and see if we can grab a couple of these. They do pop out quite well, and they're never in the same place, it seems like. At least from a last playthrough, it seemed like they're always all over the place.
What is
separate
this?
ones.
This is Ignitium, a cosmic mineral that's good at storing heat, but also releases it quickly. It can help you cool your base. But hurry.
A tower.
If not controlled, it sublimates rapidly.
Yeah, so that's going to help us for that big old tower there. And it'll give us the upgrades we need. Okay. We don't have a lot of these at all. I guess not. There's underground caves too and stuff we can go through. We'll do those afterwards. We'll need some specialty stuff. Let's cool this thing down. I'm hoping to find a couple of those, but I guess they're... I think even a playthrough we did the multiplayer, I thought it was a lot less than usual. Which is all good. There's one down there. And up there too. Okay. There's a few of them. A little bit further out. Okay. Didn't want to hurt myself there. A little jump down. Okay. Stamina is in the middle. Does take up some time, of course, to come back. Yeah, I got it all. Sorry, I wasn't sure. I was like, did I get it? And there's a lot to explore in this place. There's also some areas which are toxifications. And we'll have to, of course, upgrade ourselves to do that or upgrade the area. So, yeah, there's two of them right here. Oh, that's so nice. Once the contract's done, she will tell us that it is complete. You have a little bit of time to do this. Oh, that's as little right there. You see it's... Oh, what is that? Can I make it there? What's the safest route? I think I can. If I jump it and then I hit the boosters. There we go. Boom. These are great things to find too. Drone wrecks, we can send those up and do some stuff right here. So you'll see them bottom there. I think those are research points on the bottom right. They are research points. I should say they should.
Just
They
what
are.
I need.
And you'll find these glowing boxes right here. You can't really do anything with them afterwards, but these drone wrecks will give you some monies and stuff for us to do research points and unlock and help out in many different ways. So that's really cool. So I don't know, the other fire thing, I didn't see it. Maybe it cooled down already. It took too long. Yeah, it's starting to grow back green. So I don't think we're going to be able to find those anymore. So we'll head back towards our base. Hopefully, they have completed. Not sure why it's not completed already. But it seems like it should be completed by now. This place is huge. Yeah, there's still another meteorite heart. We're going to hold off just a tiny bit. There's one on my way here. I'm also just double checking to see if there's any more of that fire stuff. No. What is it called, by the way, so I can say it properly? Ignitium. 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 Like igniting. Where's the other one? Oh, just straight. Oh, there it is. I saw it. Yeah, I'll take the helium. Bit of a pain. We will need these hearts to make more of these. We will have to make more and increase our base. We also have to worry about base attacks. In the future, creatures will come out, so getting that little gun action would be kind of nice. And a fabricator and many other things. If we can. Alright, let's just go back. It's fun. We're excavating a whole bunch of that stuff. Now, the water and stuff are gone, so prepare yourself. That's why I got things early. This experience from good developers that know, the water and stuff doesn't have to be the #1 things to drop for no reason. So it's very slow. Nicely done. 142. Still 143. Sorry, this one here. 87. So they're changing up a little bit. And what happens is they're only going to shoot up one at a time, right? So what this is doing is actually storing them and then it's shooting up one at a time into the sky. And that's how we're getting back our things done. But this should be all done and completed not too long from now. This one's at 130. Wow. Why is that one all red up here? It's green. Huh. don't know. It is shooting up, right? Yeah. Maybe it's a contract I picked. I have no idea. This is at a constant rate of production right now. And now we got ourselves a really good start.
New.
Oh, there we go. Level up. Nice. We're leveling up. Don't know what it does right now. It doesn't seem to do anything until we get to these levels here. Oh, these are chips we can put into us, right? Yes, insert LEMs. So LEMs, these will unlock and give us LEMs. In the future, we'll be able to build these things and increase our ability, of course, to get upgrades for our suits and stuff we need to do. And obviously, all this stuff is going great. We finished the first big day, and you can see things are growing back. Things are coming back, and that music tells you things are going better. If you need water, might be a good time to start going look in a few moments. It'd be really nice. Just fill this up here, because it's just here for no reason. Oops. Perfect. Day is back.
Corporation is grateful for all of your shipments.
There's water.
Remember that supporting this particular company will allow you to upgrade
coming back.
your arsenal, which will certainly help in surviving on Arcadia.
I love the music. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, I'll just blow it up.
Han?
I'd prefer it if you address me using my rank.
Don't you think that makes communication more difficult? There's only 4 of us here.
Oh.
Who are you trying to impress?
I'm not. I've worked hard for my rank,
By murdering people.
among other things.
So, Han, how about taking a little break? That sounded like a yes to me. Great.
All right, here we go. So we have 71, 86, 83. So each one of these, we will get some stuff. We're going to get the regeneration table. Chamber. We have ourselves a fabricator, which is going to let us build that. That could go after the forge. We're going to get ourselves a pistol done. There it is.
You've just unlocked the UPP.
Gal,
Arcadia
what
7
dangers do
has
you have in
finished
mind?
regenerating.
This is a peaceful mission, and in the documents I had access to, I don't remember seeing anything about a predator species on the planet, aside from us.
Arcadia 7 still has some surprises left in store for you.
All right, and over here you can select. You see, you can select different recipes. Currently, these are all locked. We're going to want some ammo, and we'll want to do maximum if possible. How many do we have now? We have 300. 300's a good little start for what we're going to be working with. We'll come back and make some more. There's these food things. I never had a tendency to actually use them. We can build, I think, lockers. Are we up for that next, or we have that already open here? I just didn't realize it.
Great work.
There we go, another one done.
Future Health Solutions is now receiving all requested items. New rewards and tasks are waiting for you in the terminal.
Yeah, we're going to build up a whole bunch of goodies. So we're going to grab this. We're going to claim the regen. So we have one on a ship currently. If something happened to us, that's where we come back. It takes 100 to make these in a respawn point.
Congratulations. Clever Robotics has received its order.
And never built
A
the thing.
reward for fulfilling the order is waiting for you in the terminal.
Huh, just realized I didn't build one of these over here. Oops. And
Delivered. The Moon Energy Corporation thanks you for your shipment. You can claim your reward in the corporate terminal.
see, that's what I like about this. A whole bunch now are going up. We're going to finish up with 4 first few tasks. It'd be perfect. I guess I'll do regeneration and back, because that's really not something I'll be using every single day, hopefully. If something happens, I'll just pop out of here. We'll put the regen over here, into the corner.
Your printing point has been updated.
Then you just go over here.
When you happen to die, I will send your mind here. And this is where your sleeve will be printed.
This is the guy who's annoying.
Apologies. If you happen to die.
If you happen to die. Absolutely love it. All right, let's look on what else we got. We got ourselves this, there we go, personal storage. That's what I was looking for. Forgot, that's what we're working on. And we also have the moon one, which is the recipe station, which is super importanto. It gives you tons of goodies. You know, I'll put it right here next to this.
Congratulations. You can now unlock
hide in a
new
window.
functionality for your buildings at the recipe station.
But the buildings can already do...
Excellent work. Arcadia 7 is a very particular place full of specific resources and rewards awaiting in the corporate terminal.
Tell her to stop talking
Programming
to-
needs to be updated as these requirements change, to avoid unnecessarily clogging up memory as well as transfer fees.
It's the Claywood Corporation that determines the cost of transfer. You could lower the price and everything would go smoother.
I'll respond with one of Mr. Claywood's favorite sayings. This is exactly why you're not the richest person in the world.
Oh. And the analyzing station. What an ass. All right, so the analyzing station, we got this little thing here. And like I was mentioning, you need points, and the same thing for that point over there. And we get 400 points for this one. We claim it. I guess it goes up in the sky or gets beamed up. And then you can utilize them to open up other things here inside the basic printer. If you want to do that, we can change it up and add more things we can construct. Also different things we don't have currently. In over here, you could also do different recipes for us to cook up, like I was mentioning beforehand and such. I think we still need the ability to cook up, which is not something we have right now, but I'll still work on that. Maybe I'm completely wrong about that. And we have the fabricator. So for next episode, we've got a lot of work ahead of us to do on expanding this base. All right, so as you go in here, it'll give back your stuff, your recipes and such. And if you go in here, you have a choice between two different things you can send up. All right, this is not both you need right now. You need one or one. Now this here, the Wolfram Bar, if we're going to send these up, it's going to give us one at a time, right? If you send this up, the actual wire, it'll give you two at a time. So we're going to have to make the fabricator and get that rolling as soon as possible too. And again, we could just do this like this and grab the 23 I have on me and just drop it in there and have that send up while we're waiting. It won't cost you anything to get rolling, but we'll do that for next episode. I just want to thank you all for being here. Thanks for being amazing. If you guys and girls are joining us, again, please take time, hit the like button, subscribe. You guys are absolutely stunning. This is GameEdged, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.